Good afternoon. It is wonderful to see everyone here today as we celebrate the honorees, the class of 2016, and let me add my congratulations to everyone else's. Friends and family have the best seats in the house. The seats where fans have been cheering on the Badgers for 99 years. Just for the record, that very first game in Camp Randall was a shutout. We trounced Minnesota. Today, these seats are again filled with loyal Badger fans, people who've supported this morning's graduates throughout their time here at the university. Students, can you give a round of applause to all of your friends and family who are here today for you? Today, we mark your graduation from one of the top 25 universities in the nation. You have worked hard, both in and out of the classroom. The class of 2016 helped drive our record-setting community participation and study abroad. In fact, UW-Madison is now #1 in public universities in the nation for the percentage of students who are studying overseas. You helped us consume 400,000 gallons of Babcock ice cream, battled for Bascom in several epic snowball fights, and yes, you all helped Vikings fan find his mystery girl. You've been here at a particularly great time to be a Badger. Back-to-back trips to the Final Four, and I will say watching the Badgers take down the unbeaten Wildcats was a pretty great sight. Not to mention a trip to the Rose Bowl when you were freshmen, and 3 consecutive trips to the Women's Frozen Four. This class has also followed our campus's very proud tradition of social activism. A number of you have been deeply involved in a lively debate on our campus about campus climate, a debate that's happening here and around the country. With your help, we're engaging some of the most difficult discussions about ethnicity, race, and inclusion in a generation. And those discussions are creating an opportunity for real change on campus. All of you have worked hard, perhaps harder than you knew you could when you first got here. And this class has stood out for its commitment to sharing knowledge and discovery with the community, what we call the Wisconsin idea. You've lived the Wisconsin idea in all sorts of ways, and let me give you a few examples from the class. Ryan Thompson used his skills in web design, interactive media, and videography to transform how we engage the community on environmental issues. Ryan earns a master's degree in environmental conservation today. Kristen Grilly battled a speech disorder as a child and came to UW with a strong desire to help children facing similar problems. As an undergraduate researcher in our Learning to Talk lab, she has helped to change lives. Kristen is going to go on to graduate school in speech and language pathology. Alexandra Arriaga is a Powers Knapp Scholar. She won a Wisconsin Idea Fellowship to interview migrants on the US-Mexican border and develop narratives that put a face on immigration. She earns degrees in journalism and Latin American studies and plans to work for the Wisconsin Center for Investigative Journalism. If we've done it right, a world has been opened to you here, a world of ideas and possibilities and questions, a world that you will carry with you as you leave this place and begin to put your education to use. But before we send you off, I get to give you a little advice. So, 3 pieces of advice. Number 1, keep taking risks. Deciding to come to UW-Madison was, for many of you, the biggest and riskiest thing you'd ever done in your life. Remember when you first moved in and watched your family drive away? There might have been a small part of you that wanted to run after them. That was Samantha Pecor's reaction when she came here from the Menominee Indian Reservation in Kashina and struggled with the culture shock of being on this campus. Sam graduates today with a degree in gender and women's studies and plans to go to law school. But there were a lot of moments, especially at first, when she thought she may not make it to this day. And I know others of you went through similar doubts. You got through it much the same way that Sam did, by finding your community here. I hope you've learned that things that seem risky and hard at first get easier when you stick to them. As you leave college and prepare for the next chapter, there are going to be scary moments. There are going to be times when you doubt yourself, but resist the urge to play it safe. Occasionally, make the choice that seems the hardest and the scariest, because you will learn something about yourself in the process. Piece of advice number 2, keep your curiosity alive. The ability to look at something and think, is there a better way? That's your innate curiosity. And besides your diploma, it is the most valuable thing you're going to bring into the world. Staying curious takes work because we all tend to slip into patterns that don't require a lot of thought. So do something different tomorrow. And I don't mean try to get to a new level in Candy Crush. Shake up your routine. Pick up the guitar you haven't touched. Cook something you've never cooked. Run on a different path. Call a friend you've lost touch with. If you challenge yourself, even in small ways, you'll find new ideas and new questions come more easily. And that's where innovation and discovery begins. Finally, piece of advice number 3, stay focused on what matters. Remember those magic eye pictures that were popular when you were little? The ones that were hidden in a random sea of dots? But if you looked in just the right way, the hidden picture would emerge. Life is a little bit like those magic eye pictures. You have to learn to focus on what matters, your priorities, and ignore all the background noise. That's one of those skills that takes a lifetime of practice, but some of you have gotten pretty good at it. Teresa Shern is a great example. Teresa's a people scholar who graduates today with a degree in animal science, planning to be a veterinarian. Like many of you, Teresa did a lot of things beyond classes, mentored high school students, sang with the gospel choir, participated in discussions on campus climate, even managed a herd of beef cattle, all while maintaining top grades and dealing with challenging family and personal issues. Each of you has performed your own amazing juggling act to reach this moment. You've figured out how to push other things aside and focus when you need to get that paper written, or how to manage both a work schedule and a homework schedule. I hope that these experiences have taught you something about the things that motivate you to stay focused on your priorities and the things that can hold you back. I can't tell you how to set priorities that are going to bring you to your next milestone, whether it's a great job, graduate school, or backpacking through Europe. But I can tell you you're going to go further if you've got goals, if you know what distracts you, and if you know how to focus on the important things that get stuff done. So take a few moments to assess how you spend most of your time and energy, and ask yourself which of those activities are part of the big picture and which are just the background stuff. Your education has only just begun. In the years ahead, you're going to have a lot of new experiences and opportunities. You're going to meet people you can learn from, and you're going to meet people who want to learn from you. You will find that teachers learn as much from their students as students learn from their teachers. I, for one, can't wait to see what it is that you all do next. Wherever your path leads, I hope you learned here at UW things that will help you be better. A better worker, a better friend, a better person. Wherever you go, be sure, however, to come back and visit us ever so often here in Madison and tell us how you're doing. Thank you for making this university a better place while you were here. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and on Wisconsin!